Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates, and a very exciting video because the update we have been waiting for is finally here. A blog post was just released on the EA Star Wars forum going into detail on how the progression system will change as well as how the microtransactions will work. And the new progression system is going live March 21st next week. And just a quick mention, I actually recorded this in the hotel room, which is why I don't have any fresh gameplay to show you. So I'm just gonna put some pictures in the background. And this was based on text we were provided a little bit before the blog post went live. So if there is any images in the blog post, I won't have those in the video because I wanted to get this out as soon as the blog post went live. I'm actually at DICE right now recording and testing out the progression system. So I will have some fresh gameplay to show you guys early next week. Stay tuned for that. And that's also why I won't go into super in-depth detail in this video. But I'm gonna tell you all the important stuff you need to know about the microtransactions, the progression system, and also what you should do before this update drops in terms of keeping or using your credits. With the blog post, they also released a massive FAQ, so if anything is unclear in this video, I will leave a link to that FAQ and the blog in the description below. I won't go through the blog post or FAQ word by word, but I'm simply gonna tell you what I think is important and what I think most of you want to hear. So let's get straight into it. First of all, we have the new progression system, which I have to say is exactly what a lot of us have been waiting for. Again, you'll hear my full impressions and see gameplay of this early next week, but the new progression system is linear, which means that you will not be getting any gameplay items through crates or other randomized mechanics. You will actually get star cards by playing a specific class, hero, or vehicle, and then leveling that up through experience. So if you play a round of Galactic Assault and you place a little bit with the Assault, a little bit with the Heavy, and then with Yoda, you will get XP for all of those three classes and heroes. And once you level up, you get a skill point that can then be used to unlock a star card or upgrade a current star card. And upgrading a star card also costs 1 skill point, which means that if you get 4 levels, which means 4 skill points, you can either get 2 uncommon cards, 4 common cards, or 1 epic card. If you are at the right level to actually upgrade to rare and epic, because those will have a specific level gate so that you can't just get an epic card at level 4. And you might also be wondering, what's happening to all the stuff I've already unlocked? You will be keeping that. Every star card you currently have will be converted to the new system. So let's say you have star card level 27 with the Assault. That means that you will then be level 28 with the Assault after the update. That extra level is simply because they want us to start at level 1 and not 0. And if you then play the Assault, you will level from 27 to 28, and when you get to 28, you get 1 new skill point that you can then use to either upgrade a current star card or unlock a new one. And just to clarify, even though you might not reach the new level gates to get rare or epic cards, you will still keep your old rare and epic cards no matter how the new system looks. But any new skill points you get in that class will have to follow those new rules. So although you might already have an epic in a class, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can unlock new epics in that class unless you level that class further up. So what about those crates though? Well, crates are pretty much gone from the game. The only thing you will get crates from now are daily logins, timed challenges, or completing milestones. And in these you will find credits or cosmetic items such as emotes and victory poses, no gameplay items whatsoever. And that brings me to the next point, the microtransactions. These are not coming in the March patch next week, but these are scheduled to be released in April. And like we have all hoped for, the microtransactions will only allow you to buy cosmetics. Nothing else, only cosmetics. And on top of that, the cosmetics will not be in crates, meaning that you can buy the specific skin you want for a specific amount of crystals. So this is very similar to how it works in Fortnite, and I'm honestly surprised about this because I thought they were gonna have cosmetic loot crates, but it seems like they have really listened to the community and completely removed loot crates from both the gameplay items and the microtransactions. And just to clarify, you can also buy these cosmetics through normal credits, so you can choose if you want to grind credits and unlock them through gameplay, or if you want to spend a couple of dollars on actually buying the skin through crystals. So there's always 2 ways to get those skins. But there's no details on which skins we will be getting, except that they mention a resistance fighter as a Rhodian. So now I want to clarify what you should do with your current credits and crafting parts that you have, because you have from today up until March 21st to decide on this. So, if you want to buy a lot of cosmetics and you don't want to have to spend any real money, in that case I would recommend saving all your credits for when that is released. If you however want to progress your levels with specific characters or heroes, the best thing you can do is actually buy crates right now for all your credits, which will give you a lot of crafting parts. And you should then save these crafting parts. Do not use them right now. I repeat, do not use them right now, because in the April patch, unfortunately not right now, you will be able to switch out 40 crafting parts for 1 skill point. So technically getting an epic card would be 4 skill points, which is 160 crafting parts, instead of the 480 that you need to pay now just to go from rare to epic. So it's going to be a lot cheaper to trade in the crafting parts you have left over to skill points in April. So to recap, you want cosmetics, save the credits. If you want to progress, open crates and save your crafting parts for April. So you might be wondering, what can I do with the credits and crafting parts after the March patch? Well, actually nothing. Just hold on to them, because they will be unlocking all the heroes that are currently in the game for free in this patch. So until they release the cosmetics, there's nothing you can spend the credits on, and the crafting part to skill point conversion will also only be available after the April patch. So hopefully that will answer most of your questions about the progression system and what you should do now up until the March patch. I will have videos early next week like I mentioned, but this will give you a couple of days to think about what you want to do with your current credits and crafting parts. Or well, the crafting parts you should save no matter what, but you can decide if you want to hold on to the credits or convert them to crafting parts. And lastly, in the blog post they also mentioned that they will be adding a number of modes to Star Wars Battlefront 2 in the coming months, offering several standout brand new ways to play. Some of these, like the recently released limited time jetpack cargo, are radically different than anything you've experienced in the game before, and we're excited to surprise you with what we have planned. And they also mentioned that more content will be rolling out in the following weeks after the March 21st update. So this does indeed sound like a massive step in the right direction, and both the progression system and the microtransaction system is exactly what we have asked for, and I'm very excited to bring you my first impressions of the progression system early next week, so stay tuned for that. And again, if you want to read more about this update, you can find links in the description below. That brings this video to an end. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the force be with you.